G'day Australia. I have Alex from Clipchamp. Oh, God. Clipchamp. Had too many coffees. Clipchamp. Yeah, there you go. It's on the wall right there. And we're still live at the Precinct at Fortitude Valley in Brisbane. How you going, Alex?
Yeah, good. How are you, mate?
Awful start.
That's fine, yeah.
You happy to be live?
Yeah, why not? Sure. It's pretty good.
Cool. Tell us about Clipchamp. What do you guys do?
Yeah, so Clipchamp's the world's first video compressor, converter, recorder, and editor that works purely in browser. So our users don't need to install anything. They just go to clipchamp.com. It feels like a cloud solution. The difference between us is we work in browser, not in the cloud. So effectively, if you're working with your videos, you don't actually need to upload your videos into a cloud where it's being processed. That's still worldwide unique. And yeah, we've had dramatic growth. Platform's been out there for about 2.5 years. And yeah, we're all pretty happy about how it's working out at the moment.
Okay, so why would I use Clipchamp over maybe just recording and then uploading? I get that it's different. So
yeah, so the difference is so because our users don't have to install anything. For instance, we work on Google Chromebooks, and Google Chromebooks essentially is a platform where you can't install anything. So you have to work with tools that natively work in the browser. So Google Chrome operating system doesn't come with a webcam video recording capability, but Chromebooks are delivered with a little physical webcam. So usually people unpack them and then they try to understand, how do I create a video? They Google and they find us. So that's one very popular use case that we're serving. Another one is people just...
So then it's stored on Clipchamp, is that right?
No, so again, it all happens in your browser. So say, for instance, in the US, in education, they use a lot of Chromebooks. So students and teachers will use their Chromebooks, record the video, and upload it to their Google Drive. We don't see the videos,
okay.
So it's fully private and secure.
Okay, great. Okay, and do whatever you want from there. Once it's on your Google Drive, yeah.
You can take it and do whatever you want. Another very popular use case for us is video compression. So a lot of the users come to us if they want to upload something to YouTube, for instance. As you know, videos can get very large. For 90+% of the world's population, it's kind of impossible to upload a gigabyte or 2 gigabyte file. A lot of our users come to us, basically just give us a file, compress it down to a fraction of its size, while maintaining a very good visual quality and sound quality, and take that small file and then shoot it up to YouTube. So it's a very popular use case as well.
Yeah, great. So I'm just starting to digest what you've just said. So I guess if I've got a real bandwidth issue, potentially, recording through Clipchamp could be a great way to overcome that bandwidth problem. Mainly download speed, not bandwidth. I record it there, goes to my Google Drive. That means it's already in the cloud. I'm not having to upload large data files. It's compressed it really well, and I can chuck it on YouTube or another channel directly from there. So
that's right.
Overcoming, I guess, internet speed problems is especially third world countries, and maybe even the Gold Coast.
I think the issue worldwide, and that's not a third world issue, it's a first world issue as well, as the upload bandwidth. So all ISPs usually gear the available bandwidth towards download so that you can watch YouTube and Netflix and SoundCloud and all at the same time, but usually they only allocate like 5% or whatever fraction to your upload bandwidth, right? Now your upload is really what you need if you want to get a 2 gigabyte file into onto YouTube or whatever, and that's really where we come in handy.
Excellent. And how long have you guys been here in the Precinct?
So the Precinct opened end of March, and we've been in here from the first week.
Cool.
This was before power and Wi-Fi and stuff like that.
So did you guys help paint the walls? Oh, hang on, they're not painted.
No. Yeah, and we don't have, the walls aren't finished yet. So, yeah.
Beautiful. But what do you think of the space? I mean, it looks pretty amazing. Like, it looks conducive to, I guess, productivity and creating collisions too. And yeah,
I think the space is awesome. I mean, obviously you go through a bit of birth pains, but that's in every new building. I think the opportunity that it gives us is there's a lot of events down there. We had just the other day a YouTuber event, and obviously literally we have tens of thousands of YouTubers on the platform. So for us, that's just basically free education from our very own target group. There are a lot of entrepreneurs down there as well, or events around entrepreneurship. There's one going to be tonight held down there. Which is for us really easy. We just walk downstairs and just get awesome networking opportunities. It's obviously good to be right across from River City Labs. So from our perspective, yeah, we really enjoy the space. This is definitely one of the better moves that we've made.
Yeah. Cool. And I think, you know, there's going to be plenty of people out there that aren't going to get access to a space like this. You know, I, for one, come from the Gold Coast. We don't have a space like this.
Right.
You know, we're the 6th largest city in Australia and don't have a space like this.
Still missing.
Okay, yeah. So what do we do to, I guess, overcome this challenge in our own backyard? You know, if we want to create this, but without creating it, if you get my meaning.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I was at another event at the Capitol the other day, which is sort of a city council space over in the Queen Street Mall. And they literally said the more of those spaces you pop up, the more startups you'll have. I was at another event today in the morning where, again, the sentiment was that, you know, about 5, 6, 7 years ago, there were a handful of meaningful startups. Now we sort of have, you know, 5 new startups every month that are being incubated in one of the spaces here. So there's definitely something happening. I think, I don't know if it comes down to the first person making a move like that and sort of establishing something like that, but you can count on the fact that if it happens, there's going to be more startups in there. It probably takes someone like, well, in the case of River City Labs, it was Steve Baxter. In the case of this space, it was Queensland Government. In the case of the capital in the city, it was City Council. So it comes down to either one of those bodies or a high net worth individual trying to do something like that. I think
the problem I'm trying to, I guess, solve, if I can, in a 5-minute interview, is instead of waiting for someone else, and instead of, I guess, you know, pulling out a big wad of cash yourself, you know, is it the collisions that really make this space? Like, is it the collaboration and the collisions that really make these spaces? And then if you don't have those, what's the alternative that you can basically go and do if you can't get access to a space like this?
Yeah, so I mean, apart from the space, the collision, you know, that's one thing. We had Silicon Beach. Are you aware of Silicon Beach here in Brisbane?
Yeah, Silicon Beach, Gold Coast.
Yeah, so, well, that's the thing, right? It happened before there were spaces. So it was just gatherings of people every 4 weeks in a pub. I mean, that can be pulled off. You don't need a space, right? But you can still meet people. And if you don't want to wait, I mean, you take matters in your own hand. You take the first step and you find someone who will kind of invest into it.
So networking, but I guess, I don't know, my concept of networking is a lot different to other people. A lot of people think it's, you know, stuffy people in suits, you know, drinking wine and eating finger food. You know, I think this is networking. You know, like we're actually having a really powerful conversation here. So, and I'm finding out, you know, awesome things about a business I knew nothing about. So I guess that's the kind of networking that I'm into, and versus the stuffy suit stuff. So,
that happens a lot here. So that's the awesome bit. I mean, you're running into startups that are doing things that you never thought would be possible around here. So that's really awesome. Yeah. You want to have something like that at the Gold Coast? I just can't. I don't know.
We've got Silicon Beach Gold Coast.
Silicon Beach,
so I'm a co-organizer of Silicon Beach Gold Coast, and we did heaps of startups last year.
Where are you from? I've seen you before. Yeah.
Look at that. Cool. And one more question about team. Did you come here with all of these people, or have you grown since you're coming here? And how do you overcome that challenge of finding, you know, great team members?
Yeah, we had, so at the moment we have 8 full-time, 4 part-time staff members. That has been pretty consistent over the last few months. So the growth happened primarily after we raised capital early last year, but ever since then we've been relatively stable. So look, I think it's much easier in a space like that, obviously, where the space is conducive to, you know, more creative work and more people walk in and more people see the brand, see the work environment. It's much easier than what it was before.
So you're just going to put a box on the wall now and just insert resume here?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Or the typical thing that you see in fast food restaurants we're hiring. No, at the moment we don't, but it will come in handy the minute we do,
It would, all the people walking through the door.
Absolutely.
Resumes.
Yeah.
I need a resume inbox. There you go. Idea number 1 for a precinct.
Thanks
very much for your time, Alex. It's been brilliant talking to you. I'm sure we'll see you tonight at the Entrepreneur Pop-Up event.
Absolutely.
Guys, plenty more videos coming to you from Beach City Life on Facebook. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.